Hello, I'm Nick Rossi for Acoustic Guitar. I'm here in San Francisco today with a gold tone F-6 Mando-Guitar. What's a Mando-Guitar? Well, it's a hybrid instrument that matches the general body shape and attributes of a mandolin with a longer neck that's tuned very similar to a standard guitar. In simplest terms, think of your standard 6-string guitar capoed at the 12th fret, and that's where the Mando-Guitar begins. To demonstrate this instrument, I'm going to take you on a little musical history tour of the Mando-Guitar. There is an Italian ancestor to the instrument called the mandolino genovese, which was popular in about the 18th century, specifically around the Genoa area in northern Italy. It was very similar to this instrument, pitched exactly the same, except it had 6 courses of strings. So a course would be 2 strings, much like a 12-string or a contemporary mandolin. Otherwise, it was tuned exactly the same, and there's a fair amount of literature written for it that one can find. Here's something along those lines that gives you a sense of its single note capabilities. Oddly enough, the Mando-Guitar did not make it to the New World and was not popularized during the golden age of mandolins in the early 20th century, for whatever reason. It wasn't until the late 1950s that a studio guitarist in the Los Angeles area started experimenting with similar type instruments as a matter of practicality. In general, people point to Barney Kessel, the jazz great, as one of the first adopters of the Mando-Guitar in the late 50s. There was a commercially available one in the 60s made by Vox, and there's a lot of chatter online if you want to get into it, which recordings may or may not have Mando-Guitar on it. Standard folk, rock, and pop chords sound great on this instrument, and it's easy to see why it was so popular during the 1960s and 70s in the recording studios. And of course, this instrument is based roughly on the 1920s Lloyd Loar body style, and it has the attributes one would expect to see from a more commonplace standard mandolin made in the United States during that time. The scale is 15 inches. The nut width is approximately 1 3/4 inches, which makes it really easy for a guitar player who's used to a standard guitar neck to make the adjustment. All sorts of music sounds great on this, and for example, here's a more folky type melody that really lends itself to the instrument. Up until this point in time, I've been playing the instrument acoustically, using only an external microphone. But to wrap up this demonstration video, I'm going to plug this instrument into an AER Compact 60, utilizing the piezo pickup that comes standard on the instrument. It lies just underneath the bridge and connects via this handy end pin jack. Now, there are no controls on the guitar, so you'll have to get used to controlling your tone, volume, etc., all on the amplifier or powered speaker itself. So enjoy a few sounds amplified.